I'm just getting out of the gym and I decided to record this video. I don't know exactly why it is when I work out. Well, after I work out, I want to speak. I just want to talk. When I'm in the gym, I'm by myself. I don't talk to nobody, man. I get in, I get out for like a good 2 hours. And I don't know if it's because my testosterone is high or I'm releasing endorphins, but sometimes I just got something to say, and that's what I rock with you guys, and I appreciate all you guys. So if you can hit the like button for me, I'll wait 5 seconds for you. Go ahead and hit it now. I appreciate that, homie. So let's get right into the video. YouTube was good. Vinny Matthews here with the vibrations, coming here to serve you. As you see the title, folks, you know we about to get into it right now. Hold your feelings from females, from women, girls, the dames, the biddies, the hoes, the biatches, whatever you want to call them. Hold your feelings from them. Now, I came about this because I was listening to a song by The Weeknd. It's called "The Party and the After Party," and one of his ad libs, he was saying, "Hold your feelings," and sometimes when I listen to music or sometimes when I watch TV, it makes me reflect on myself and my life. That's just the type of person I am. I don't know if you do that, but I do that to myself all the time. Anytime I see something, I think of a time that I probably could have been in that position, or I try to relate myself to that. That's just what I do. If you guys don't do it, that's totally fine, but I know how I am. I'm very imaginative, and that's just just how I think. And yes, when I'm at the gym, I do like to listen to R&B music. I mean, sometimes I just like to feel, nice and sensual, get my sexy flexy on, pause. But yeah, so now I'm not the type of guy to think about the past. The past is the past, so I can't change it. I'm not going to sit here and create so much anxiety thinking about the past. But what I do is reflect on past events that I learned from. And one of the things that I've learned from them, which I'm about to explain to you all, is you need to hold your feelings from women. Okay? You have to. Okay? Now this is for all my players that are in love right now, or who are in a relationship that's kind of rocky right now. This video is for you. Okay? Now, as a young man, from the ages of 16 to, I'm going to say, about 30, you need to guard your feelings, okay? At that age, you really don't have anything to provide for women at all, okay? Women need love, affection, attention, all right? And I'm not saying that you're not the type of guy to give that to a woman, but what I'm saying is you have nothing in your life to give to a woman to not be guarding your feelings. Okay? Now, what do I mean? You got to hold your feelings because you need to be an enlightened man. You need to have an enlightened life. Okay? You can't offer women anything unless you are enlightened. Okay? Because in the end of the day, when that doesn't work out, you're going to be the one left hanging. Okay? Yeah, she's going to be mad at you. She's going to be pissed off, but she's going to move along because another man is always going to want a woman. That's how women at those ages, from like 16 to 30 or like 35 until their looks start to depreciate, they're always going to win. You're going to lose because you gave them the permission to be who they are, and you basically gave them the permission to let yourself allow yourself, man, I worded that so wrong. I'm gonna say it again. You allowed yourself to give these women the permission for you to be high up and dandy for them. All right. Now, you gotta hold your feelings because in the end of the day, they're always gonna win and you're always gonna lose. You're always going to lose in a sense of like, more than likely you're not gonna be with this woman forever. Okay. And more than likely, you're not going to satisfy everything that she needs because you haven't satisfied what you need within yourself, okay? A lot of us, because we're human, we want to be in love. We want to love, we want to receive love, and that's a natural human feeling, and I get that. But you can love somebody, but you don't have to be in love. When you're, love is one of the most strongest energies out there. Understand that. You know, once you're in love, yo, there's no going back. And when you do go back, it's a hard crash, and it's serious, and it's hurtful, and it can lead to depression. It can lead to suicidal thoughts. It can lead to you to be a person that you could never imagine yourself being. Okay? So what can we do, to prevent this, okay? Hold your feelings, okay? Make yourself an enlightened man, okay? And what I mean by enlightened, that means you got to take care of yourself mentally, spiritually, physically, mentally. You have to be a man of purpose, okay? What woman doesn't like a man with purpose, okay? Now, granted, there's a lot of YouTubers out there saying you need to be purposeful, you need to be purpose. I'm like, yo, I get that. But in my personal opinion, purpose means nothing unless I'm enlightened first, okay? Let me explain. There's a lot of people living their purpose. It's a lot, but they're not happy. They're not satisfied, okay? They're depressed. They go through so much anxiety. They go through so much pain and turmoil, and they're living their purpose. For example, one guy that I like to think about is Robin Williams. He passed away a couple of years ago. Robin Williams, the guy from Mrs. Doubtfire, the guy who did the Peter Pan movie. Yo, Robin Williams was he was that guy back in the day, okay? And you would think somebody like him, he's living his purpose. He's acting, he's creating great movies. He's giving people the feeling to feel through his movies, to laugh. It brings them joy, it brings them sadness. It brings people hope. This man came from nothing to be a nice actor. And he had millions of money. And he had children. What more can you ask for? A man was living his purpose. He was doing what he was sent here to do. But he went suicide. He killed himself. And that just proves to show, like, yo, just because you're living in your purpose doesn't mean, that you're enlightened. That you're living the life that you want to live. This man was hurt. This man was in pain his whole life. And of course, he tried to mask it, like living his purpose. He tried to mask it with doing the things that he enjoyed doing, which was fine. But he wasn't doing the things he needed to do for himself. Healing himself. We all have pain. We all go through some type of tragic event in our lives. We all do. Trust me, I have too. But it wasn't until I started searching a life of joy, a life of peace, a life of enlightenment. That's when things started coming along. Now, granted, I feel like I am living my purpose because I'm doing all the things that I want to do. Plus, I feel like, making these videos, you guys do take something from it. Granted, I'm a gal with only, barely 3,000 subscribers. Barely get a couple of hundred views, per video. But in the end of the day, I love what I'm doing. And if it's for me, then, this video, this channel, my messages are going to expand. But until then, I'm going to still work on my purpose. And on top of that, I am in training for cybersecurity. That's something that I always wanted to do, and I'm here doing it. So it's crazy how the universe is working into my favor because I'm working for myself. I don't have time to be giving my feelings or emotions to anybody else right now. Other than myself, I'm trying to improve me. Now just imagine, all my life, I've always been giving my feelings and my emotions and, my all, my spirit, my physical, my mental, all to women. Because that's what made me feel good at the time. But in the end of the day, yes, I've always learned a lesson after we broken up. But in the end of the day, I've gained nothing. Nothing. From that relationship, for me. Yes, I gained knowledge. There's nothing wrong with gaining knowledge, but like to get ahead in my life, I've gained nothing. And yes, I can see it as, oh man, these people, these women were in my life, to get me to where I'm going. But I also believe that, I should have, there are a couple of times I should have just ended it with a woman, or I should have been, fall back. But I kept repeating the same mistake over and over and over. And the universe looking at me like, yo, until you get it right, Playboy, I'm not going to give you any of this abundance. All this prosperity that I'm have here for you, you don't deserve it until you get your act together. And that's what I'm saying, fellas. Hold your feelings, okay? Work on you first. Heal yourself. Love yourself. Treat yourself good. I'm just getting out from the gym. That's how I'm treating myself physically and mentally. I'm getting my mind right. I'm getting my body right. Now, what I'm about to do right now, I'm about to go home and meditate again. When the first thing that I did when I woke up today, I meditated, and I'm gonna meditate again, and I'm gonna meditate again probably in a couple of hours later, and then I'm gonna meditate right before bed. That's what I do for myself spiritually. I can't offer a woman anything if I'm not enlightened for myself. You see successful ballers all the time with these beautiful women, but they're still fucked up inside because they're not enlightened. Yes, they're living in their purpose, but they can't keep a woman. Now, I'm not going to blame the woman for everything because, women are women. We understand that. But there's a lot of things that as men ourselves, we don't like to admit. We just don't. And I understand that. Don't get me wrong. I understand women are delusional, but I also understand too is, when guys tell me their problems with their women, I'm looking at them like, bro, okay, you're blaming her doing this and that. What about you? What have you been doing? You gave your all to this woman, and you got what in return? Nothing. But if you was enlightened, nothing has been lost. If you was enlightened, you probably could have kept your chick. If you was enlightened, you probably would feel satisfied. But, if you're not living an enlightened life, you feel like you always need more. More is not always the answer, and I had to learn that the hard way. In my past relationships, I was never enlightened because I was always in pain. I lived in a scarcity mindset. So I would do things out of my character to either, protect myself from getting hurt, or I would do things just to satisfy them, just to make sure that I can keep them so I don't get hurt. Yeah, I'm telling you, I was living a scarcity mindset. Anytime I do think about my past relationships, man, I'd be like, man, Vinny, you are such a simp, but it's all good. You live and learn. You really do. So fellas, it's no good right now to give your woman, any feelings, any emotions right now if you don't have peace within yourself. And that's what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. You guys gotta hold your feelings. Save her for later in your life. When you're 16 to 30, this is your prime time to get yourself together. And once you got yourself an enlightened life, and a purposeful life, there is no woman who's gonna turn you down. Trust me, 9 times out of 10, women are going to see that because they're going to weigh you out from all the other men. Yes, women do like the bad boys, women do like the assholes. Yes, but that doesn't last for long. If you want a truly highly valued woman, you have to be enlightened. You have to be purposeful. You have to live your life. You understand? So, further out. Fellas, hold your feelings for females. You gotta hold yourself from women until the time is right. And you're gonna know when the time is right because all the answers are within you. You have all the answers. There's nothing that the woman can provide you. There's nothing that external forces can provide you. There's nothing that weed, liquor, there's nothing that they can do for you. You're gonna know when you're feeling light, and it's gonna show. Your aurora about yourself is gonna show with everybody. With all that being said, guys, I hope you learned something. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. And with all that being said, I'm going to go hit the meditation. I didn't try to make this video so long. I can go on about this subject, but, not today. This has been Vinny Matthews, everybody. And I'm out.